Well, that's pure scaremongering, which has no basis in fact. The proposed laws are only concerned with people, a small minority of people, who are prepared to indulge in extreme violence in furtherance of their political aims. And by that I mean people who are prepared to engage in extreme subversive activity in order to challenge the authority of the central authorities over Hong Kong, people who are prepared to resort to violence in order to pursue their secessionist, their independence agenda, and people who are prepared to indulge in terrorist-type activities, such as letting off bombs and attacking people in order to pursue their own agendas. Those are the people who should feel concerned, not the broad mass of the law-abiding public here in Hong Kong. And of course, people have the general population have no grounds at all for feeling concerned, because our legal system is not affected, it remains intact. The independent judicial system remains exactly as it was previously, and the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, which applies in Hong Kong as a result of the Basic Law, Article 39, that continues to apply in Hong Kong, and that ensures such things as the freedom of opinion, freedom of association, freedom of the media, freedom of processions, and so on. But of course, no rights are absolute, and there may, in some circumstances, need to be limits in the interests of public order or national security. So the broad mass of people have absolutely no grounds to be concerned. Unfortunately, violence has become a way of life for some people, as has rioting. People even talk these days about recreational rioting. It's a pastime for some people. They enjoy going out and smashing up other people's properties and causing damage and assaulting people in their spare time. But of course, some people won't be happy that the law is taking action against them to make their activities more difficult in future and more prosecutable. And we must expect some sort of reaction from those people, because they won't be happy that the law is being extended to cover their illegal activities. But I'm sure the Hong Kong police force is fully prepared for that. It's highly trained now. Since the riot started last June, it's gradually developed its intelligence services, it's developed its capacity, and it's developed its tactics, and they know exactly how to cope with these type of situations, and I have full confidence in them. The police force has actually done a marvellous job in combating the violence which we've seen over the last 11 months or so, and I have no doubt that they'll rise equally to the challenges which they confront in the future. Well, that's of course absolute nonsense put around by people who wish Hong Kong ill. When I was in England, they used to talk about Hong Kong as Treasure Island. And the reason the lawyers call it Treasure Island is that they all wanted to come to Hong Kong and make a lot of money. And foreign businesses do make a great deal of money out of Hong Kong. It's been estimated there are about 8,700 multinational companies now operating in Hong Kong. And of those, over 2,000 are listed on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. The United States does enormously well economically out of Hong Kong. It has about 1,300 companies based in Hong Kong, and it has the biggest trade surplus with Hong Kong of any economy, well over $30 billion a year. So these foreign investors, these foreign companies, they do enormously well out of Hong Kong, and they will want to carry on coming here. But what these people want is stability. They want an environment that's not constantly racked by violence and disruption and fire bombings. And if anything could be done to promote a more harmonious economic environment, then I'm sure they will welcome that. And this, of course, is one of the purposes of the proposed national security law, to ensure that law enforcers are better able to control the activities of people who are trying to damage Hong Kong. And if that can be achieved, then this will be reassuring to the international business community. So there's absolutely nothing in that. And remember as well that in this part of the world, countries such as Malaysia, countries such as Singapore, they do all have very strict national security laws. But that certainly doesn't deter foreign investors from going there. They invest very heavily there. So provided that people are sensible about the Hong Kong national security law, then I'm sure the same thing will apply here. It's only targeted at the people who are engaged in revolutionary or terrorist type activity, and provided that type of activity can be curbed, then it will be a very good thing for international businesses which are looking to invest in Hong Kong. Well, Hong Kong, of course, is a great place to live. It's a marvelous city. It has a great future, provided it's not blighted by people who wish it ill. Hong Kong is a good place for investors. It has a great future opening up for it in terms of Greater China. It's going to play a pivotal role in the development of the Greater Bay Area, which links up, of course, Guangdong, Hong Kong, Macau, and including 9 cities in southern China, and which now accounts for about 12% of China's GDP. And this is developing as a technology hub, as a financial center, as an innovation hub, and Hong Kong has a key role to play in that. And this will bring great benefits to the people of Hong Kong and future generations. So it's vital that everyone in Hong Kong takes full advantage of these opportunities, don't squander them by indulging in mindless violence. Everyone needs to pull their weight in conjunction with the rest of the country to make sure that not only Hong Kong is successful, but also that China is successful too.